my name is Cassandra George and this is my ethics video. Throughout my life, as I have grown older, my ethical perspectives have changed and evolved. At this present time, in terms of which ethical perspective comes closest to my own, I gravitate towards the rights approach. In solving ethical dilemmas, the rights approach calls for the respect of all humans. This approach holds that every human being is entitled to their rights. What is a right? As explained by Velasquez for the Markula Center for Applied Ethics, a right is a justified claim on others. For example, if I have a right to freedom, then I have a justified claim to be left alone by others. In return, I can also say that others have a duty to leave me alone based on that right. Immanuel Kant, an important and influential 18th century philosopher, elaborated and interpreted moral rights. Kant explained that we all have a worth or a dignity that must be respected. More specifically, a person must be respected and must be allowed a freedom to choose for himself or herself, rather than treating a person as a mere means to advance your own interests. Kant famously stated, "Act so that you treat humanity, whether in your own person or in that of another, always as an end and never as a means only." When an individual is resolving an ethical dilemma and takes the right approach into consideration, they are ensuring that they are being attentive to the rights of others. These ethical dilemmas can range from personal to business. Examples of the rights approach being applied to solve ethical dilemmas in a business context include a real estate agent not disclosing a defect in a property to a buyer. This defect would most positively change the buyer's mind about purchasing the property. Either tell the buyer and lose the sale, or don't tell the buyer and they would not know the existence of a defect. Under the rights approach, an individual will not make a decision at the expense of another person. The buyer has a right to know anything that would affect the value or desirability of the property. Another ethical dilemma includes a business manager facing financial woes where he or she needs to decide whether to lay off several employees to eliminate the need of a personal salary cut to counter the financial troubles in the firm. Human beings would never be seen as expendable according to Kant, and they most definitely would not be used to advance your own interests. I affiliate myself most with this ethical approach because I'm a firm believer that the rights of others need to be respected at all costs, where human beings are not used as a way to advance your own interests. Human beings should not be seen as expendable. In addition, one other ethical perspective that is like my own is that of the Golden Rule principle. I affiliate myself with this ethical perspective because to me, it is the most important and fundamental ethical principle to live by. The Golden Rule principle states, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you." Essentially, what this principle means is treat others the way you would want to be treated. Doing so can generate many benefits and opportunities. When applying this principle to a career in real estate, it's important to establish relationships with other professionals in the field. When starting these new relationships, it's important to remember to be respectful and helpful because these new relationships can be beneficial to you in the future. This is so because these new relationships can come in handy when you need a referral, a consult, or advice. It's always important to treat others kindly, essentially the way you would want to be treated, because you will reap the benefits from doing so. Another example of this principle being applied to a business context is, when you treat your customers right, they'll be happier, more content, and return and continue doing business with you. This also translates into the real estate field. When you as an agent have established a great relationship with a seller or buyer, they will refer you to others, generating more business for you in the future. As I move forward with my life and my future career, I would like to have developed and have an established ethical standard in place for resolving ethical dilemmas, and it's important for everyone to do the same. This is so because in any profession, whether it be real estate or in your personal life, facing ethical dilemmas will be something that you will have to do. Thank you for watching.